welcome towards the end of this pre-work session. I'm going to go over some additional homework, so it's not just this pre-work session that you have to do. You also have a few other tasks. Now, first, you need to read through the RED case, R-E-D-D, it's pronounced red, the RED case that you will find the documents for below. I want you to go ahead and completely read through everything. We are not going to be doing this together in the way that we have some of our other sessions previously during training. I want you to think in terms of you are the volunteer advocate that has been assigned to this case. As such, here's all the information you have gathered. Here is all the tasks that you have accomplished during this time. Now, I want you to do two things. First, write a monthly report for the RED case with all the information in here. Now, I will tell you, I'm not really freaked out about names and dates as much. If you have to make up the name for the judge, or if you have to make up the name for the social worker, or whatever, I'm not really worried about that. What I want you to do is, this is your opportunity to go ahead and complete a monthly report. I will send the monthly report document in the email that I send this link for this training in. I will also put a link in if you want to just do the online form. Either way works for me. I don't have a preference. Go ahead, complete that monthly report as if you have been the advocate on here. I will warn you, this is the absolute hardest monthly report you will ever do because you're not actually doing the stuff and you're kind of guessing here and there. It is always, the feedback we get is always that it is the toughest one that anybody's ever done. So relax, don't panic. Now, on that monthly report, I want you to do a 2-hour in-service or continuing education training. You need to pick a topic and a date for it. It can be whatever kind of continuing education, which means it could have to do with foster care, child abuse, child neglect, laws affecting child needed care cases, cultural stuff, Indian Child Welfare Act. It could be whatever you want. Come up with a title and then make sure you log in at least 2 hours of that. Okay, now number 2 is I want you to do a court report, as in this is all the information that you have gathered to date, and now you need to put it together in your court report. This is going to use the format that I will, again, that you found in the document that is attached to this email. And I want you to do your best, make recommendations, make sure you have the basis, give the update, all the information that you would have on how everybody's doing. Try and remember that we're doing this with both the deficit and resource lens, so it's not just all what's good and it's not just all what's bad. And then recommendations. You don't have to have any concerns. Obviously, if you have concerns, put them in there. All right, now what I want you to do is have those 2 things done, and I need you to email them to me by Sunday night. That gives me time to go over everything and prepare for our final interactive session. Now, one of the things that I do want to say, this can be overwhelming for some, writing out that court report for the very first time, or writing out the monthly report for the very first time, actually filling them out. Don't worry about it. I just want your best effort. I am not looking for perfection. We can tweak different things or help you understand better. But the best volunteer advocates that I've ever had have all had one thing in common. They have all completed this homework assignment, and they haven't just started it and given up on it. Those that tend to do that struggle a little more. They're still fantastic volunteers, but they tend to struggle a little bit more in the beginning, and because they're just not as familiar with it. And so I want you to just go ahead and do your best. You're not supposed to be perfect. I've been doing this for, I've been teaching classes since January of 2016, and I have yet to have one training for either my program or other programs where the monthly report and the court report were absolutely perfect. It has never happened. Feel free to be the first to do that, but don't pressure yourself to make for perfection. This is how we're all learning. This is why we're in training. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to do all those items, and I need you to email them to me again by Sunday. Okay, so that is all you need to do. Those are the extra assignments in addition to this. So read through the RED case below. Also at the bottom, put any questions that you have so that we can prepare for those at our next interactive session, and I will see you all then.